You know, when we think about space travel, it often seems like something out of a sci-fi movie. But the reality is far more mind-blowing and terrifying. Did you know that for every 100 hours spent in space, astronauts face a staggering 16,000% increased risk of developing cancer? Or can spending just a year in space cause bone loss equivalent to aging 20 years on Earth? Space is an incredibly hostile environment, and the challenges it poses are nothing short of mind-boggling. There's something about the vast expanse of space that has captivated humanity for centuries. The idea of exploring the great unknown, of venturing beyond the confines of our tiny blue planet, has inspired countless works of art, literature, and scientific endeavors. From the earliest stargazers to the modern-day astronauts, we've always looked to the stars with a sense of wonder and curiosity. But space exploration isn't just about satisfying our innate desire for adventure and discovery. It's also about pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and unlocking the secrets of the universe that could hold the key to our very existence. The quest to explore the vast expanse of space and venture beyond our home planet is undoubtedly one of humanity's greatest ambitions. However, the journey to distant worlds is fraught with immense difficulties and risks that cannot be understated. Interplanetary travel pushes the boundaries of our scientific knowledge and technological capabilities to their absolute limits. The sheer distances involved in reaching other planets are mind-boggling. Even our closest celestial neighbor, Mars, lies an average of 140 million miles away from Earth. Traversing such staggering distances requires spacecraft to travel at incredible speeds for years on end, subjecting astronauts to prolonged periods of isolation, confinement, and the harsh realities of space. Moreover, the space environment itself poses a multitude of hazards that can have severe and lasting impacts on human health. One of the most significant risks is exposure to ionizing radiation. Astronauts on a 6-month mission to the International Space Station, ISS, are exposed to approximately 72 millisieverts, MSV, of radiation. But a 3-year mission to Mars could expose them to over 1,000 MSV, significantly increasing their risk of cancer and other health issues. The lack of Earth's protective magnetic field in deep space exacerbates this problem, making effective radiation shielding a critical yet challenging requirement. Microgravity presents another formidable challenge. The absence of gravity leads to muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and a host of other physiological issues, collectively known as spaceflight osteopenia. Astronauts on the ISS combat these effects with rigorous daily exercise routines and dietary supplements. But these measures are only partially effective and may not be sustainable for longer missions. Additionally, microgravity affects fluid distribution in the body, leading to vision problems and other health issues that can persist long after returning to Earth. Furthermore, spacecraft and space habitats' closed and potentially hostile living environments pose unique challenges. Maintaining air quality, managing waste, and ensuring a reliable supply of food and water are all critical for the health and safety of the crew. Advanced life support systems that can recycle air, water, and waste are essential. But these systems must be highly reliable and capable of functioning autonomously for extended periods. In summary, the technological limitations and human health concerns associated with long-term space habitation are significant, but they are not insurmountable. Continued research and development in space health, life support systems, and radiation protection are essential to overcoming these challenges and enabling humanity to thrive in the final frontier. As we push the boundaries of space exploration, the technological limitations and human health concerns associated with long-term space habitation become increasingly apparent. One of the most significant technological challenges is developing spacecraft and habitats that can sustain human life for extended periods. Current spacecraft are designed for relatively short missions, and scaling up these designs to support long-term habitation requires significant advancements in life support systems, radiation shielding, and propulsion technologies. Radiation exposure is one of the most pressing concerns for long-term space missions. Space radiation, which includes galactic cosmic rays and solar particle events, poses a severe risk to astronauts' health. Prolonged exposure can lead to an increased risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and cognitive impairments. Effective radiation shielding is essential, but current materials and technologies are not yet sufficient to provide the necessary protection for extended missions, such as a journey to Mars. Microgravity presents another formidable challenge. The absence of gravity leads to muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and a host of other physiological issues, collectively known as spaceflight osteopenia. Astronauts on the International Space Station, ISS, combat these effects with rigorous daily exercise routines and dietary supplements. But these measures are only partially effective and may not be sustainable for longer missions. Additionally, microgravity affects fluid distribution in the body, leading to vision problems and other health issues that can persist long after returning to Earth. The psychological impact of long-term space travel is also a critical concern. Isolation, confinement, and the stress of being far from Earth can lead to mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Ensuring the mental well-being of astronauts requires comprehensive support systems, including effective communication with Earth, recreational activities, and psychological counseling. Moreover, the closed and potentially hostile living environments of spacecraft and space habitats pose unique challenges. Maintaining air quality, managing waste, and ensuring a reliable supply of food and water are all critical for the health and safety of the crew. Advanced life support systems that can recycle air, water, and waste are essential. But these systems must be highly reliable and capable of functioning autonomously for extended periods. In summary, the technological limitations and human health concerns associated with long-term space habitation are significant, but they are not insurmountable. Continued research and development in space health, life support systems, and radiation protection are essential to overcoming these challenges and enabling humanity to thrive in the final frontier. As we delve deeper into the complexities of interplanetary travel, it becomes clear that setting foot on another planet may never be feasible due to a combination of insurmountable challenges. The fundamental reasons include the immense distances involved, which current spacecraft technologies cannot traverse within a human lifetime, and the severe health risks posed by prolonged exposure to space radiation and microgravity. Additionally, the psychological and sociological impacts of long-term isolation in a hostile environment further complicate the prospect of human colonization of other planets. In summary, the dream of interplanetary travel is both awe-inspiring and daunting. The technological limitations, such as the need for advanced life support systems and effective radiation shielding, coupled with the significant human health concerns, including muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and psychological stress, present formidable obstacles. Despite these challenges, the pursuit of space exploration continues to push the boundaries of human ingenuity and resilience, driving us to innovate and adapt in ways we never thought possible. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the challenges and possibilities of interplanetary travel. Do you think humanity will ever overcome these obstacles? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.